Hi, and welcome to this latest installment of Tween First Chapter Fridays. In this week's novel and verse, we are introduced to a girl named Amira with big dreams. Except girls like Amira are not allowed to go to school. Girls like her are taught to work hard to become good wives and mothers. But Amira can't help but hope for something more. When her village is invaded and she becomes a refugee, a gift of a simple red pencil will become the key to unlocking a world of possibilities. Take a listen to the first couple of poems from The Red Pencil by Andrea Davis Pickney.
Part 1. Our Farm, South Darfur, Africa, September 2003 to March 2004. Wheat. Finally, I am 12, old enough to wear a tube. As soon as I wake, Mama whispers a birthday wish. Blessings for all the years to come, Amira. My mother has been awake for hours, starting early with the farm chores. On this birthday morning, bright as the sun's first yawn, ripened wheat sways. Its golden braids are woven with the promise of a hearty harvest. Yah, wheat, our greatest crop, our gleaming pride stretching tall, glinting beneath the sun's smile. Yah, wheat, you will make flour, loaves, golden cake. Yah, wheat, such abundance. Our village glistens, greets me with a wink that shines bright on this new day, on my new year. Dando's Delight. As this special morning stirs, I watch a sparrow. She juts from the wheat strands, rustling. Dando runs up from behind, scoops me into strong arms, folded loaves, inviting me to ride. Come, girl child, fly! I squeal, Dando! I'm now too old and too big for this little girl game. Amira bright, it is true that you are taller, but you are never too old to greet the sky. Up, up, girl! He swings me long legs, ochre-toed feet, dusty, flailing, high up, delighting. Show the other birds how precious you are, Amira bright. My insides flip-flop. Dando shouts, as if proclaiming a great truth. Amira bright, yah! Girl child rising. In Dando's arms I can fly. In Dando's arms I am bright. Up, up, so high, all of me. Dizzy Donkey. Let's play Dizzy Donkey, Halima said. We faced each other, fingers laced, and we spun. Heads back, noses up, whirling girls together, twirling, giggling, tipping, sideways sky, tummies churning, turning us into dizzy donkeys. Opportunity. I thought silly giggles and dizzy donkey would always be. But today, Halima and I must say goodbye. Her father is determined to find something more. I hear him tell Dando he wants to go from small to big, from village to city. He's looking for something he calls opportunity. Halima's father no longer wants to sell his wares at our small weekly village market. He's eager to meet customers in Nyala's bustling bazaar. Patrons who every day will pay higher prices for his salt, sugar, coffee, and corn. He wants to live among lively people in cars and things fast and shiny. And Halima's father, he's always mumbling something about leaving before it's too late. Halima's mother, a weaver, is excited to show off her patterned fabrics to city women and wealthy foreign visitors with big wallets. Words flap from her like giddy chickens escaping their pen. She is so squawky, that woman, especially when she talks about life in the city. Today I wonder if Halima's mother has wing feathers hiding beneath her tube. School. Halima tells me that with the money her parents earn, they will be able to afford to send her to Gad Primary School on the outskirts of Nyala Darfur's largest town. There's word in our village about Gad, much of it scorn, some praise. Talk of Gad is a burlap sack of mixed onions. Gad is a school that welcomes girls. Gad pushes past tradition. I want to go to Gad. I've never seen that school. I know it only through village rumblings. Whenever Halima speaks of Nyala and of Gad, I am reminded that she is truly the child of her mother, flapping with excitement about her new city home and school. My friend's parents are modern people, not stifled by tradition. Most others in our village are nothing like Halima's mother and father. Most are as close-minded as donkeys, who will not turn their eyes to see anything beyond what is right in front of them. Most are small, not big in their thinking. This is especially true of Mama. When it comes to schooling, my mother is the most tight-minded of anyone. She does not like the idea of Gad or any place where girls learn to read or write in Arabic or English, or think beyond a life of farm chores and marriage. Mama, born into a flock of women, locked in a hut of tradition. That hut, a closed-off place with no windows for letting in fresh ideas. Sometimes I want to ask, Mama, can you breathe? Pinched. This morning, Halima's family has located their oxen with everything they own. Pinched. Pinched. This morning, Halima's family has loaded their oxen with everything they own. Tin pots, grain buckets, sleeping straw, firewood. Saying goodbye to my so-close friend hurts worse than yanking a tooth. When her oxen's hind parts became a rippling blur on the horizon, I am pinched by two feelings at once. Ugh, I will miss my so-close friend. Ugh, I do not like being left behind. I wish I were the one leaving our village, going from small to big, searching for something called opportunity. From inside me comes a tug. Pop! I cry. The wager. Dando and old Anwar have made a bet. Who can grow the most tomatoes by picking time? My fruits are always more plentiful than yours, says old Anwar. Dando would brag about his tomatoes all day if he didn't have other work to do. Your tomatoes are green knots of nothing. You may have more, but is more of what is paltry. My tomatoes are more plump, more beautiful. Old Anwar says, Proud man, it is ugly to be so boastful. My father's hands rest firmly on his hips. He's having fun ridiculing old Anwar. Your little green rocks struggling on their vines. You believe they are tomatoes. I believe they will crack the teeth of anyone who dares to bite into them. How do you expect to feed people with those gnarly things? Dando won't stop. You should use what you are calling tomatoes as washing stones to pound stains from our clothes. Old Anwar is wearing a gray jalabia. He waves his fist right up to Dando's face. Bah! Dando leans hard toward old Anwar. He scowls. Bah to you and your lumpy tomatoes. Old Anwar stomps off, dust rising from his sandals. Fruitless. Why do grown-up men argue about such silly things? Tomatoes don't care which ones in their group are green or gnarly or small or red or plump. They're just fruits. They don't know anything about being ugly or pretty. Old Anwar and Dando, friends who have fun arguing. Old Anwar has been our neighbor for my whole life. But then this tomato wager started and brought with it a war. A war about tomatoes. So dumb, this tomato fight. Contest. In the evening, before I sleep, Dando comes to my pallet. Dream of good things, Amira Bright, he says. I ask, why do you and old Anwar fight about fruits? Dando tries to reason with me, but he is not convincing. We are not fighting. We are having a contest. War. My father tries to explain something that is more twisted than a tangled skein of raggedy thread. Amira, we are living in a time of war. I've heard the elders talk of this, but Dando is doing more than talking. He's telling. I listen. Like a mangled mess, Dando's words are hard to follow. I can make no sense of anything he says. He uses strange terms: persecution, rebellion, genocide. I understand a little more when Dando explains, there has been fighting for land. I say, it's senseless to fight over something Allah has made for everyone. Dando nods. That is only part of the reason for this war. My father chooses words as if he is carefully selecting only the most prime tomatoes. Brothers are killing each other over the belief that in the Almighty's eyes some people are superior. Dando's words, twisted, tangled, knotted, raggedy, nonsense. As I see it. Harder I listen, still trying to piece together this nonsense puzzle. I say it as I see it. This war you tell me about, it is like the battles between you and old Anwar. Dando flinches. I say it as I see it. Fighting about tomatoes is such foolishness. Dando is quick to dismiss my reasoning. Amira, my bright daughter, old Anwar and I are not at war. I say it as I see it. You are.
If you'd like to continue in Amira's journey, you can check out The Red Pencil by Andrea Davis Pickney from our Tween fiction collection, or it is available for immediate download through the Hoopla app. So once again, I'd like to thank you all so much for listening and wish you happy reading.